And it's Alchemy here. Hope you're all well. Happy New Year, guys. I'm out here in Staines Upon Thames, walking down the dual carriageway. Yes, I know that's very different and quite odd, but I didn't want to have the obstacle of having to stop at a traffic light. You guys hearing that beep, 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 beep sound with the lights, and safety as well gives me an opportunity to just continue talking without having to think about crossing the road. Stop. The only downside is walking down a path where beside me people are driving in the national speed limit. It's all good though. I'm just gonna project my voice louder than I normally do. But yeah, today is the 18th of January. As I said, Happy New Year to everyone. It's my first video since October. You know, I'm not gonna give myself an excuse. You know, I should have really made a vlog between that time, but I didn't. Got a bit caught up with a few personal habits of mine, and life really just took over. Family prevailed, you know, to put the focus in that more than the videos for that period of the year. But all is well with me. I'm happy we're in the new year 2026. So I'm just walking down here to give you a few updates. So I will be performing today. I'm going to be turning around very soon to perform down in the town centre. But for now, I just wanted to update you. First thing is, topic I wanted to discuss is being adamant, staying adamant. So important, especially when you're doing things that are very different and away from what the average person would be prepared to do. For example, busking isn't easy. I remember when I busked recently, my last one in fact, in October, when I busked in Hemel Hempstead. It was a good time. You know, I made my donations, people paid me, made some performance royalties as well, had some really positive interactions with the public. But you're always going to get one person who doesn't have a positive opinion on what you're doing. And what happened was, I came across an old lady who, she wasn't even negative. All she said was she didn't think my music was a good fit for the area. Those were her words. And she asked if I could do something different, a different type of performance, perform a different genre of music, which I politely declined because it's just not me. And it's just an example of, you can't please everyone, but it's so important to stick at whatever you're doing. For me, music is a big passion of mine. You know, in addition to my family, music is a huge part of me, big part of my identity, so I've got to keep it moving continuously, put myself in a position where I'm showing off my skill set to everyone, and it gives me the opportunity to actually promote myself on a regular basis when I'm out on the streets performing. So yeah, regardless of if you get a positive or negative reaction, the most important thing is staying at it. You know, there was a different time as well when I busked in Watford, and again, every interaction I had with a person was very positive. You know, whether it be because they gave me a donation and said something positive about my music, or they asked me questions about where they can find more of my music, you know, one of those two things are normally the most common thing that I experience whenever I perform on the streets. But as I said, there was one time in Watford where I heard someone say something negative and walk past. Like, he slurred something that he just said, like, shit music. But at the end of the day, that's one person with his opinion. So again, didn't faze me at all. And as mentioned before, it's impossible to please everyone, especially when you're making music that is super original and unique. It's just one of them ones. So staying adamant is the most important thing. Negativity is unavoidable, but your own moves, you know, your motion towards your motion on your journey is what you can dictate, and that is obviously in your own hands. And that's why, regardless of if I hear a positive or negative comment, I'm at it regularly. You know, it's just my path that I stick with, and that is what I believe is a great sign of showing that unshakable energy towards your path, you know. But that's all I really wanted to discuss, something brief before I go and perform on the streets of Staines Upon Thames. All right, it's the first time I'm here in a long while. This is the town of adventure, with the theme park being so close, Fort Park. You know, I've been to this theme park quite a few times in my younger days. And why did I come here? Well, because I haven't performed here before, and it's quite easy to get to, you know. So I thought, let me get this town off my list, give it a little tick off my list of places that I've performed at, you know. So aside from that, I want to talk about my new website. It's called official.alchemy.com, and on that website I'm going to be offering songwriting to anyone, whether you're an artist or not, whether you know anyone that would like my lyrics, me to write lyrics for them, whether it be through a song or whether it be through a freestyle. I'll write 16 bars, 32 bars, however long you want, I'll write that for you. Original rap, original poetry, straight from the man himself, Alchemy. All you gotta do is go on official.alchemy.com and you will be taken through the steps to receive my work, through my music, through my lyrics. I will also collaborate with you on the category of my website. There's a section called features, and I will feature, by that, collaborate with you or anyone you know, making some music together. Those are a few examples of the services that I'll offer on my website, official.alchemy.com. I'll also be updating you guys on upcoming gigs on that website and highlight all of the songs I've made already. So when you get a chance, click on the link official.alchemy.com to obviously understand in more detail what my website page is all about. But that's enough with the talking. Now it's time for me to showcase the bars in action in the streets of Staines Upon Thames, somewhere that I've not performed before. I'm gonna be going to the town centre. It's called Two Rivers. See you there. I'm now in, well, I'm closer to Staines Upon Thames. Look at this lovely graffiti behind me. Maybe I should come back here and do a music video. Who knows? But now I'm very close to the spot that I'm going to perform at. Matter of fact, I don't even know where exactly I am going to perform. And I just went against my own words. Said I wouldn't cross the roads whilst filming, and I just did. You know, it's not something I'd like to do, but I do it anyway. But yeah, if you haven't been here, Staines Upon Thames looks like the outside of Two Rivers shopping centre. Wow, my presence made such an impact, the birds flew away. So yeah, we'll see where exactly I'm going to perform. One thing I need to do first though, I do need to do a slash. I need to go to the toilet because I'm pretty desperate right now. CEX here on the right, all of the gamers. But just thinking as I'm walking, where am I going to perform? I tend to look for an area or a spot that is spacious but also busy, where on a Sunday tends to be busy in most places now that has a shopping centre. I'm not really concerned about the day being Sunday, but I definitely think I'm going to be performing somewhere around here. Give me another minute.
Young, so they told me, try to prove me wrong, but when all of the thoughts at my dome, but I'm still here standing strong, I'm standing tall as I remain undeterred. So they told me, try to prove me wrong, but when all of the thoughts at my dome, but I'm still here standing strong, I'm standing tall as I remain undeterred. They told me so many things, and could you believe it? I almost believed it. As me standing eye to eye, listening to the grown man giving force to I, trying to tell me this and that, trying to tell me what's good for me to attack. Yeah, I'm willing to hear the views, but the views gotta be attuned to the goals I pursue. Not feeling all that mismatch, I'm set on my target. Views of others try contrast with it, but when the eye there's opinionated lines spill, with the attempt to drown the optimism that I feel. Rewind as the times of my mind, reflecting around all the events of my life. My character shy as an adolescent that was very introverted individual, the preference of mine. So they told me, try to prove me wrong, but when all of the thoughts at my dome. So they told me, try to prove me wrong, but when all of the thoughts at my dome, but I'm still here standing strong, I'm standing tall as I remain undeterred. Didn't take a long time for my guy to reply. He was saying that y'all could be rapping kinda nice. Where's he from? His voice ain't the usual type. But does it matter where he's from? His message is wise. Yo, I know I'm just curious. What did you think? I checked his socials, he's posting some really good things. And he's a teacher and rapping, that is pretty cool. He's got some haters from kids in different schools, and that's the information that I know certainly true. I pay homage to you for showing me this dude. Enough with the chatter and he say, she say. And y'all can be closing the verse, that means great. Respect to yourselves and all your productive takes. Respect on the whole, it really does go a long way. Like the way on my arms, both of you, what are your names? It's Samuel and Saul, we really applaud you, mate. Much love I respond, keep your head up always. Spread the word even further and let's propagate ever. I'm taking you to another place as I just rhyme. I'm representing with lavishness, superior lines. It's a golden mind that I certainly bring. So understand the knowledge from the self is king. Cause when you know yourself and forever persist, You receiving the tool that's extending your weight, enabling you to move in a different way. Unlike the average, staying stuck is never great. There's one thing for sure, and that's difficult times. But will you let that smother you? Remain deprived. It's up to you, but life's very short. Just think of it like a string that's being cut so fast. And think of it like you being put in the dark and being hit by a pipe, no awareness that's flowing past. It's a clear predicament, could rise to the scene. So make your decision and don't be a victim, please. Rise with me and don't be a part. Rise with me and keep the focus up. When you're reaching for something, you've got to show the spark. When your passion is high, you can never give up. Rise with me and don't be a part. Rise with me and keep the focus up. When you're reaching for something, you've got to show the spark. When your passion is high, you can never give up. Yes, I know you are the best thing that there really is, and nothing can ever surpass what you really did. I'm talking about the depth of your work, creation of the earth in 6 days that deserves more than praise or celebratory days, but rather infinite gratitude, I say. Without you there wouldn't even be bright days, let alone the breaths to breathe, cause the trees you made. Incredible, isn't it? So my hands stay high, frequently thinking about the best of all kind. I stay precise when I talk about your size. Without you I would never have achieved things in my life. Like have my kids that are far greater than a dime. Like have a circle of people that are on my side. Like being a web of energies alive. The good and the bad in the middle, various types.
You gave me strength to.
You're so good. You remind him of Kanye. Like early Kanye.
I guess for the beats, it's got like hip-hop inspired beats from back in like early 90s, you know? And I feel free to check out my songs online and that.
Oh, yeah,
The Alchemy. Yeah, man. You guys from Villa Quarry then? From here?
Oh no, we're from Chelsea.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Take care, yeah?
Yeah, you too.
So it's taken me so long just to get here, spitting lyrics all day, finally the right way. And to compare the present to the past, regarding the lines, evolution of the art. But that has taken some serious commitment. Hard-headed ways of mine propel me through my mission. You think I'm gonna start and not finish the job off? You were crazy individual, you should wake yourself up. Probably overly high, smoking the can. The type that clouds your thoughts, a mental paradigm, confused in the mind. So the speech becomes too mental condition. Is the origin of outcomes you do. So I play it right, honing the skill every night. Working on my crafts and my mind, releasing power lines. It's just the craving to deliver the essence you see, filled with attachment, so connection to me, And these are the things that I'm saying. Everlasting enough for the game that ain't a make bear. And I go hard, that's just the basics. Definitely stay on my path, so fill my statements. And these are the things that I'm saying. Everlasting enough for the game that ain't a make bear. And I go hard, that's just the basics. Definitely stay on my path, so fill my statements.
What are we saying, guys? So I finished my performance. I was just down there, all right, in the middle, the back, performing for 110 minutes. You know, really enjoyed it out here in Staines Upon Thames. All right, and I will be back again in a few months, as I like to move around and not go to the same place all the time. Very, very good day today in terms of exercising the rap and the bonus of obviously receiving quite a lot of donations today, and again some really positive interactions with the public. I know there's not a lot of appreciation for busking these days, but at the end of the day, it works for me, and I believe it will work for any artist. It's a win-win. You're promoting yourself and you are developing your gigging ability. Don't matter that the average artist isn't doing it. Just because the average artist isn't doing it doesn't mean you should follow suit. the end of the day, sometimes you gotta reinvent the wheel. You gotta make trends to really stand out and be different, and that's what I'm doing. Big up to all the other buskers out there. Big up to everyone watching. I even bumped into some old students that I teach. Big up to them. Big up to all of my previous schools that I've worked at and my current school. Shout out to everyone from Gunnersbury School. That school meant a lot to me. And shout out to everyone watching, fans, family. Love you all. Big up.